Welcome to This Bitch with Sara Shenk and Kim Congdon.
Welcome back to another episode of This Bitch.
What's up?
Hi.
What's going on, Shenk?
I mean, I got my coffee. I'm ready. I'm fired up. I have some really fun. I'm excited for the nostalgia segment, even though I know we're not there yet. But like, wow. I've been wanting to get this one out for a while.
Wow, she has one that she's been holding in. You guys hear that voice? It's the lovely Sara Shenk.
Hi guys, what's up? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. And it's me, Kim Congdon, coming to you live from our Zoom. I'm in New York. Sara's in LA. We're doing a podcast. We'll be together soon again. I think probably the next podcast. We'll be back together. So you thank you guys for sticking in there through the Zoom podcast. I know that they're not necessarily as fun to watch as being right next to each other. But in times like this, during COVID, we're doing what we can. So we appreciate the support for comedy and podcasting anyways. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to be here too. I saw something on Reddit that I thought we should bring up.
What?
It was about coincidences.
Okay.
And like how, like what are some coincidences that have happened in your life?
What do you have the thread on you?
I don't know where. Let me see if I can find the thread.
Do you have any crazy coincidences that have happened to you? We've had one together. Remember that book you gave me?
Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of bringing up.
Because didn't the book you give me was about like coincidences and stuff?
It was like a spiritual book about like energy work and healing, but it was made by like some woman who had her PhD in Eastern medicine.
Right.
So it was a really interesting book, and it really just broke down like the chakras and stuff. But yeah, it was like some woo-woo book for sure.
Sara gave me a woo-woo book. It's got spirituality and everything is meant to be type shit. Basically, the book was like everything that is because it is. And then at the end and then I was reading it. I was like, let me take a break. I was on the plane. Sara let me borrow it for my trip. She was like, read this book. It's really good. And it was good. And I went to go put my boarding pass in it to save my place, and I noticed that there was already a bookmark in it, and when I pulled it out, it was another boarding pass. I almost thought I had two boarding passes because they looked like so similar, and I was like, what the fuck? And then when I read it, it was your boarding pass, and I went, that's so funny. Me and Sara both reading this on a plane, and then I looked into more detail, and we were both sitting in F-13.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
We should get F-13 tattoos.
F-13?
If we got tattoos, that would be a cool one.
I'm down to get F-13 tattoos, but not at Skankfest.
One on your wrist. Why don't you just cover
the other one?
Yes, with our F-13.
F-13. I'm down with an F-13. I've decided I might dedicate this arm to tattoos. Is that how it starts?
I want to do this arm to tattoos too,
but not like a sleeve, because I feel like you could pull off a sleeve. I want like little like random stamps. I don't know.
I want to do a quarter sleeve really bad.
A quarter sleeve?
I think like right here would be really good up.
I'm gonna tell you, did I tell you that I got this shit lasered off and it hurt like a bitch?
Can I see it?
You can't really, it takes 4 to 6 weeks to fade. It's like
blistering. Oh wow.
It's like gross and like blistering right now and peeling and itchy.
It smell?
No, the laser?
Yeah.
No, but it hurt like a bitch. It hurt more than the fucking tattoo.
Really?
It feels like someone's like snapping you really hard with like a rubber band, like really sharp. And like by the time, this is a small tattoo, so by the time it was done, I was like, oh, thank God it's done. But I can't imagine trying to get like a larger piece lasered off. And you need multiple sessions. But I only need one because I'm getting it covered up. But I guess a hummingbird.
Okay.
Because my grandpa used to always love hummingbirds and feed them, and I see them all the time. And
I feel like, because my grandpa used to hunt hummingbirds. Like, whoa.
A deer, because my grandpa used to kill it.
My grandpa used to kill deer.
Yeah, no. So I'm getting it something just to cover it up because I don't like the way this looks. It looks a little too Holocaust tattoo, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I have the only tattoo I have looks Holocausty, so that's so funny. Look, I mean,
it just makes you. But that doesn't. Branded. That's at least cute font, and it's like pretty.
Yeah, I like the font a lot.
I'm just like, who knows what my tattoo situation will be by the time I'm 50.
I just want to get a lot because I'm starting to realize that nothing fucking matters. Like,
no, that's
I'm telling you, there's been like this shift in my head in the last like month and a half where I'm like, fuck everyone. Fuck what anybody thinks. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm done.
I'm locked inside. We're like, I'm just gonna be me.
I'm so done. If I want a quarter sleeve, I'll get it. If I want to gain 100 pounds, I'm gonna gain 100 pounds. I don't give a fuck what any of you think anymore.
I like this attitude.
Thank you. And it's been very freeing.
Yeah. I mean, that's like it's a process, don't you think? Of learning to not give a fuck about what other people think of you. And because in comedy, you kind of have to come to a place where you literally don't give a fuck. You're like, I'm here to make you guys laugh. If you don't laugh, then that's your problem.
I ended
to connect with you.
I ended my set last night saying, I don't give a fuck. I had like a really good set last night. Like all my jokes were hitting. And then my last joke, I tried like a super offensive joke as my closer and it didn't hit at all. And they just stared at me and I went, I don't give a fuck. And I got on stage.
And there's something so freeing in that.
There is. And they all laughed. And it was like actually like a bigger punchline than I even intended. And it's like, there is something about not giving a fuck that makes people more... they see you in almost a better way.
Because nobody likes someone who constantly is seeking other people's approval. You know what I mean?
And because everybody wants to be the person who doesn't give a fuck truly, deep down.
Yeah.
We all want to not give a fuck and we're all pretending we don't.
But let me tell you something. That was my attitude at Skankfest when I got this tattoo. My major attitude was like, it's just a skin suit. Nothing matters. Right? Yeah. But let me tell you. The next day, I was like, I can't believe I fucking did this. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, reality set in, honey. Oh, it might just be a skin suit, space suit, but I still have to live in it and look at it every fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't bring you joy to look at it and it stresses you out every time you look at it, then yeah, I get that too. But I don't know. We were so fucked up at Skankfest. We looked for your phone. Us looking for your phone the next day was one of the more insane things we've ever done.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Waking up so we can make our flight to look your phone. We're also walking this entire city. Like
Houston.
There's also like a huge, I remember like by the time we left the hotel, there was like a huge toothpaste stain on my jacket that I looked like instantly it looked like cum and I was instantly insecure about it. And we had to run into so many people with my toothpaste cum jacket looking for your phone. And we were like hungover off of 3 days of straight partying. And you were like losing your mind a little bit. Still like, you're still not okay. And you're like, I can't find my phone, but I'm going to head to the T-Mobile store. And I'm like, we have a flight in 2 hours. You're not going to the T-Mobile store right now. That's not happening. And then after hours and hours of searching for breakfast and your phone, calling the owners of the venue, having them show up on their day off with the keys so we could search through the venue. We go back and we go
post Skankfest.
Post
Skankfest, like it's not fully clean yet.
Yeah,
during
it's disgusting.
A pandemic.
There's used condoms everywhere on the floor.
Crawling on the floor of the growing room with like a flashlight, trying to see if I see it anywhere. The whole time
we're finding like teeth on the floor. It's like crazy.
Teeth and needles.
Yeah, wild.
And then the next thing, and then
I was so fucked up. I remember the next morning when we went in the green room, there was a cooler of ice left over from the where the beers were kept, and I was just putting my like hands in it.
You were,
and that's like when you know you're so fucked. Like I was so clammy just from like withdrawing from all the drugs and alcohol.
But also, okay. The best part is that the phone was in your pants the whole time.
Yes.
So we spent over 2 hours and like frantically, like still pretty fucked up looking for this phone. Like we're making phone calls to people. It was a nightmare.
The girl could have gotten a key to the city, the phone call she was making to get this phone. I'm like, how do you know this many people in Houston? She had a search team with dogs out there. It was a lot. And then it ended up being, and actually these pants, the pocket of these pants.
Oh shit, you're wearing them.
Yes.
And your
the pocket
cargo.
of these pants that I had worn the night before, but neither of us recall you handing me your phone.
No.
Isn't that insane?
It's fully insane. It's insane to the point that we both spent hours hung over / still fucked up looking for my phone in the venue of Skankfest.
Yep.
And we've been meaning to tell that story for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like how have we not talked about that?
I can't believe I dropped your phone during crowd surfing when I was holding it in the back of the crowd and somehow got it back.
It's insane.
That's insane that someone saw me drop the phone, picked it up, and gave it back to me. I would have lost your phone.
And like, if that didn't help our immune systems build up a tolerance to COVID, then nothing will.
No, yeah, if that didn't help, we're screwed. Like,
yeah, it's like anyone who goes to Skankfest's immune system's fucking good, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Should we get into nostalgia?
Sure, I'm down. What do you got for us?
Nostalgia. Okay, I don't know
if do it this week. I got to do this week.
Okay, go ahead.
What is that feeling? Where is that song? Oh yeah, it's nostalgia.
Remember that?
Okay, what do you got?
It's so stupid. Elefun. Do you know what Elefun was?
That was going to be my second choice. We do this all the time.
No.
That was going to be my second choice. Yes.
The thing is, I've been wanting to ask you about it for so long because I had this like a very distinct feeling that would have been a game that you had.
Yes. Me and my sisters loved Elefun.
It was so fun. It was an elephant who had like this tube nose. And how do you explain it? There's like
it was
air coming.
Things, you know those things at where they sell cars, those things that dance in the streets.
Yeah, those like streamer things.
Yeah, the things that like blow up with the wind and they're like dancing in the streets. It was that material was the trunk.
Right.
And it was put on a plastic little elephant. And when you turned it on, the trunk filled up like a tube and before you turned it on, you would put a bunch of butterflies in it, like these little
sounds like the person
almost
who made
like
it was on
satin
acid.
Butterflies, right?
Yeah, I know they were little butterflies.
Satiny, and you'd put them in there, and when you turned on the thing, the Elefun trunk would blow the butterflies everywhere in the room. It was so fun. I would love to play that now.
It was so fun. We would play that game for hours, my sister and I.
You know what would be so fun?
What?
Throwing the ultimate 90s party. Like having
this
Elefun,
bitch 90s party.
This bitch 90s party. We have Elefun. We have all the games. We have slime. We have Nickelodeon slime, like a contestant. We have Figure It Out, where people are bringing in inventions, and we have guests. We have a whole a 90s festival.
A 90s festival. I'm on board with. Here, I have the commercial right here.
Butterflies everywhere. Watch them go. Yes, it's Elefun, the butterfly catching game. Catch the most butterflies and you win. I'm Elefun the elephant. Elefun from Milton Bradley. Batteries not included.
Let me tell you, Milton Bradley was eating tomahawks nightly. Dude, the way this man was spitting out games.
Dude,
Milton Bradley. Two people that did well for themselves in the 90s, Milton Bradley and Kimberly Clark. Those motherfuckers were Kimberly Clark was the bathroom place. In the bathrooms that held the toilet paper, it would always say Kimberly Clark.
I have no idea. I don't remember that.
Am I right about that? And I only remember because my name was Kimberly. My last name started with a C, so it was my initials. So every time I use a public restroom, I would see, let's see, Kimberly Clark, paper-based products. Yeah.
Weird.
So they would make toilet paper and toilet paper holders, and they would sell them for public restrooms, and they made the toilet paper holders. And I'm telling you, Kimberly Clark ate tomahawks with Milton Bradley. I would suck Milton Bradley dry for a crumb of his money.
Well, I'd eat Lisa Frank out.
Oh yeah, who wouldn't eat Lisa Frank out?
She comes rainbows.
I bet she tastes I bet she tastes like fruit by the foot.
That's so funny.
What do you think Lisa Frank tastes like? To be honest,
sweet.
Sweet, like a sweet tart.
Yeah, she's got to.
She would probably taste like pixie sticks. Her pussy tastes like Fun Dip.
Give me a hit of that Frank.
Lisa
Frank's pussy. That's the name of this episode.
Lisa Frank's pussy. Eating out Lisa Frank.
Eating out Lisa Frank.
For the free coloring books and stickers.
I would.
I know you would.
I love that shit. Did you have that shit as a kid?
Yes, I will go hard for Lisa Frank.
Ugh.
The colors, the patterns, the chaos in it all. It was always
like
chaotic. Yes, it was acid for children. Lisa Frank is acid for children.
For sure. It'd be like a blue tiger eating an ice cream sundae with like an otter behind him. You're like, what drugs aren't you on?
Yeah, Lisa Frank was on them drugs. Imagine you're at dinner.
What if she wasn't? Okay.
What?
I gotta tell you. Lisa Frank is really weird about revealing her identity. Did you know that?
Do we know what she looks like?
No, she does. When she does interviews, she doesn't show herself.
No.
Yeah, I watched like a little documentary on it.
Let me see Lisa Frank in person. Let's see if I could find her. Oh, I see. Well, I have a picture of her.
You do?
Yeah, they have like 2 pictures of her ever. I mean,
what?
She does give me like a Sara Weinshank's cousin vibes.
Don't even tell me that.
She's just wearing a bright sweater. She's
don't tell me I look like Lisa Frank. Hold on.
You don't look like her, but like the vibes, the crazy vibes. Look. Look.
I can't see. It's all blurry. Oh, right there. I based on her shirt alone, I can tell you. I love her.
Yeah, she's you.
Oh no.
She's you.
So basically
she looks like she would be like your aunt or something. But there are a few pictures of her.
Why can't I find her physical person? Why can't
I? Can you
send me a picture?
All you had to put in Google was Lisa Frank in person, and then go to Google Images.
Lisa Frank in person. This is how. How do you spend your Monday? Listening to us Google. Oh yeah, I ain't mad at the comparison, honey.
Do you see it? What I'm seeing?
Yeah, the crazy smile.
The crazy smile and the like. The fashion icon. Yeah. Yes. Yes, bitch.
I just one turtleneck away.
Yes. Wow.
Auntie Lisa.
And her
so
last
if I ate out Lisa
she
Frank,
might be Jewish too. She might be your aunt for real.
Let me start this rumor. I get delusional. I think Lisa Frank is my aunt. I'm like calling her, trying to get in contact with her through Empire.
Lesbian?
No.
How do you know? And why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. You're right.
Let's see.
I think she got a divorce.
The Triumph and Tragedy of Lisa Frank. What the fuck is this dramatic article?
What do you mean?
What happened? I mean, I don't know.
What's the ruling due in lawsuit? Lisa Frank versus her spouse. She sued her spouse.
Who's her spouse? Is it a woman?
James A. Green.
Wow. I want to know about Lisa Frank.
She owns 51% of her own company's stock and Green owns the rest.
Wow. Well,
she's a multi-millionaire, Lisa Frank.
Listen, imagine a dinner with Lisa Frank, Milton Bradley, and Kimberly Clark. I'm talking powerhouses here of the 90s.
What's your
guy who made Pogs?
Oh, the guy who made Pogs. What's your nostalgia?
My nostalgia is this game. Hold on, let me pull it up. This game I used to have. Oh, not this game. This clock I used to have. Okay. I used to have this Nickelodeon clock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which is so crazy because I was dating a guy. I was seeing a guy who's a very sweet guy I'm still friends with, probably like 6 or 7 years ago. And I had told him that my Nickelodeon clock when I was a kid was one of my favorite things. And he went online on eBay and it was like $75 online. And he bought it for me and he sent it to my house. And I still have it. And it's
I remember it was on the set of our pajama show.
Yes,
our
it was.
Sleepover show.
Now I'm looking it up and guess how much it's worth. It was $70 then.
How much? Like
240 online. And that was like 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
So that's cool. But it's a Nickelodeon clock. It looks so cool. Xavier can pull it up, but I will pull up the sound from it because the iconic part of this thing was the alarm. It was like the whole alarm was like a Nickelodeon themed montage of sounds put together, and you'll hear what I'm saying in a second. Are you ready for this, sister?
Yes, I am.
Oh, this is a Wendy's ad. Hold on. Not Wendy's getting free clout from us. Here we go. This is what I woke up to every morning.
Salute your shorts.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
The theme songs. Let's.
That was my alarm clock every morning before school. How annoying.
That's fucking so annoying.
Yeah, but I was obsessed with it. Obsessed with it.
But also so fun.
So fun.
It's so fun. Okay. I'm back, bitch.
Okay, sorry. I was watching a clip, a Barstool clip where I guess Will Smith went viral for farting by accident.
Will Smith farts?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine that. I want to find the clip.
You know, Will Smith said in an interview that he fucked so many women while he was famous that at one point his body built a response to every time he came, he would need to throw up.
No.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
That's true.
What does that mean?
He said that like he made himself so sick by being with too many women that he'd even sometimes like if he didn't throw up, he would at least gag if he was coming or close to coming. And everybody's like, you're just gay, dude.
No.
Everyone's like, just come out. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like his body was rejecting it?
Yeah.
Because all the different energies?
Maybe.
What would you do if every time after you came you threw up?
Laugh.
Stop coming.
I'd laugh a little, I guess, and be like, that's weird, but gotta do it.
What?
Yeah. Should we do some advice?
Yeah, let's do some advice.
Okay, can you give us a theme song, sister, please?
I need help. Me too. Advice from Reddit.
Okay. My boss smells like poop all the time.
Okay, quit, bitch. Next.
Literally leaves a trail of stink behind him when he leaves the room. How do you even get that stinky? And how do I try to get him to fix the smell? I had a friend. I mean, this is a stupid one. I can't.
But wait, but should we talk about it?
I mean, quit.
What do you do?
Okay, but what if you do need the job, but your boss smells like shit every day?
You come in with an N95 mask.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe start wearing a mask. Maybe start spraying around him.
No, because then it'll smell like shit and spray. And there's nothing worse than that cocktail of like sweet mixed with shit.
Yeah. You never want to mix sweet and shit. It's not a good, no. It's not
like,
the vibes.
Light a candle. Light a candle.
I say send an anonymous email.
How do you not know that you smell like shit? Some
people maybe have bad senses of smell. Have you ever have your armpits ever stunk and you don't notice, like you just notice like for a second after you lift your arms up? Maybe they don't catch whiffs of themselves because they're not behind their own ass.
But like, what's the problem? Is he not wiping right? Like, does he have like a medical condition? Like, what's going on that you smell like shit all the time?
One time when I was in New York, I was walking down this. I was walking somewhere. I was trying to get somewhere, maybe to a show. It was about 15-20 minute walk. And I'm walking and suddenly I smell the most overwhelming smell of shit. Human shit. And I look down because I'm like, did I step in shit? And I don't see any shit. And I look up because I'm like, it's coming from in front of me because the wind's blowing towards me. And I see this man who is about 60 years old, I would say. And looks like a normal man. He's obviously not homeless. He has like a nice shirt on and a watch. And he's wearing khaki shorts. And they're khaki, but they were more caca, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
And the whole back of his shorts were just shit, to the point where it was dripping out of the back of his shorts, down his thigh, down his leg, and into his shoes. And he obviously accidentally shit himself. And it is so bad. He is like, you can tell he has no idea what to do. And he's just walking, and everybody he walks past, and this is the city, like in the city, everyone he walks past is looking at him like, what the fuck? Because they smell it instantly.
No,
I see him stop,
can't.
pull out a tissue out of his front pocket, reach to the back of his legs, and for some reason try to clean up even a little bit of it, which is like, at that point, you just leave it. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to get
making me feel like I could throw up.
And I could see it on like his hands and stuff. And like you could tell.
Okay.
You could tell it was just overwhelmingly everywhere on him. You know what I mean?
That's also like a nightmare.
A nightmare.
If you're him. If you're him.
And I had a 15-minute walk still. And I was like, I cannot walk behind this guy for one more second. So I crossed the street.
I could gag.
And start walking on the other side of the street. But I'm looking over and I'm seeing this man. He must have walked us alongside of me for 15 minutes, not knowing what to do. And it's like one of those situations where he lives in New York. He probably doesn't have a car. He probably lives in the city. He can't get an Uber like this. He can't get a taxi like this. What do you do? I think he was walking home because he didn't know what else to do.
That is so fucked.
I know.
That is so fucked. I don't know what you fucking do if you shit yourself and you're in New York City.
What would you do?
Okay, this is what I would do.
What would you do?
I would find a public restroom, which already in
they
New
won't
York
let you
City,
in. No one's gonna let you in shitty like that. No one.
No
one's gonna let you in.
I mean, this is like if maybe you call a friend and say, I shit myself, I need pants.
Okay, yeah. This is where you probably call a friend. What if no one's answering? No one's answering. You can't get in a cab.
Water to rinse this shit off.
And you can't even go in a store to buy water. I would truly.
Is there a fountain? I don't know.
I would truly probably take my shirt off
and use it as
pants somehow, and wrap it around myself, and maybe hand someone my card or cash to go get me like clothes somewhere that was close, and just trust them.
I mean,
I don't know what I would do. You have to find water. There's no running water anywhere.
And like water is not enough if you shat yourself. You need like wipes.
Yeah.
You need wipes.
Yeah. And a lot of wipes and new pants. Like, ideally, the place you want to shit your pants in New York is like Chinatown, where there's like a bunch of cheap clothes around. You can buy a pack of underwear and a new pair of pants. So at least put over yourself till you can get home, so nobody can know that the smell shit's you.
Oh, I can't even think about this any longer.
It was traumatizing.
Can we do another Reddit advice?
Yeah. I can't believe this all started from my boss smells like poop.
And now us just talking about shitting, a man shitting himself on the subway.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
Reddit advice. I'm trying to buy you time. Reddit advice.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. That was a deep sigh. I'm scared.
This one.
Okay.
My girlfriend wants to be a stripper. I consider it cheating. I get that she can choose to be a stripper, just as I can choose not to date a stripper. Strong first one.
That is true.
I feel like my girlfriend exploiting herself in order to make other men horny for them to give her money is cheating. At the end of the day, she's putting a price tag on our relationship's intimacy, apart from the disrespect it comes towards me. She's openly making other men horny. Any thoughts? The advice I want is, should I break up with her or should I not?
I feel like it's not that black and white, but I do think, I think that there definitely need to be a conversation around it, because it's weird if you start dating someone and they're not a stripper and then they become a stripper versus they're always a stripper. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, that almost seems like it seems more disrespectful to the relationship to become a stripper after you're in a relationship than to open with I'm a stripper and then get into a relationship.
I don't think the point of her becoming a stripper is to be disrespectful, though.
No, I don't think so. Oh, well, yeah, I think that also she probably needs to make money.
Yeah. Also, if she's your girl, why she got to be a stripper to make it? What about her alpha male who's supposed to provide? I'm on that train. I got to tell you, I've switched trains. Every feminist bone in my body has left. I swear, I am like, if you cannot take care, if you think I will have a job and I will make my own money, if you think you're not supposed to pay for my rent and provide and do all those other things, don't even fucking breathe my way.
Don't even fucking breathe my way.
Don't breathe. Don't even think about it. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think I'm a bitch, a cunt.
Everyone's situation's different, though, and we don't know how old this dude is, because he must be young if his chick wants to be a stripper. Unless she's an old stripper, then more power to her. You know what I mean? Getting that pussy out there on a pole, not easy.
Listen, no, but it doesn't matter if they're young. My whole point is, if you don't like what she's doing to make money, make more money so she doesn't have to do it. She's doing what she has to do.
But also question, what do you think's better? A chick on OnlyFans or a stripper for a relationship?
Probably a stripper.
You think that's better than being on OnlyFans?
No, probably OnlyFans.
I think OnlyFans. I'm like, is there a compromise?
There could be a compromise.
Where she can get on OnlyFans? That way she's making...
It's probably not as much money as stripper money, though.
No, I feel like stripper money is pretty good. But also, wait a minute. Is she making stripper money so she can pay the rent with you? Or is she making...
there's not enough detail here. But that's what I'm saying. If she has to become a stripper, it's like, well, you can't really tell her how to make her money if you can't cover the rent. That's what I'm saying.
Well, she obviously needs money.
Yeah.
And so if it's stripper or no work, stripper. And let me tell you this. I feel like we need to be resourceful during this time, because we're in a fucking pandemic in which the economy's fucking flipped upside down. And obviously it's not an ideal situation to have to become a stripper. I don't think anyone's stoked on that necessarily. But I think you do what you have to do to like feed your family.
Do you want to hear what the number one advice was?
Yeah.
It is perfectly reasonable not to want your partner to do sex work. You answered your own question. She's allowed to make her choices. You'll make yours accordingly. If she's serious about this, then it's probably best you end things in any way. It seems you have different value. And then someone says, everyone has a different idea of what cheating means to them. If you've expressed to her that crosses a boundary that you have personally set for yourself and she's unwilling to respect that, then you should break up with her for both of you. There's nothing wrong with her wanting to be a stripper, just as well as there's nothing wrong with you for setting boundaries.
I agree. I agree
too. If it's too much for you and you can't handle it, you got to leave. But you can't be mad at her because she wants to make money.
And you can't just be bitching on Reddit, honey.
No.
It's like not hard.
Listen, if my man was bitching on Reddit, I'd go lick a stripper pole in front of him. Straighten him out a little bit.
I'd make an OnlyFans account that day. No.
That day. I'd make my nickname his mom's name.
That's sick and sadistic. Let's do, who do you want? Oh, should we do another advice or should we do the joint smoking?
Let's do one more advice.
Okay.
We'll do a quick one. I'm going to scroll and then tell me when to stop.
Stop.
It says cat meow prank.
Okay, well, that doesn't work.
So me and my wife had 5 other family over Christmas Day.
5 other families over?
This is stupid. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Fighting an autistic kid. He's in high grade, but he's been sexually assaulting classmates, touching them and trying to do stuff to them. The school knows this is going on. They won't do anything about it. And he's been starting to put his hands on me, and I don't know if I should hit him back.
Is he sexually harassing her?
He's sexually harassing classmates, and now he's putting his hands on this person.
Yeah, this is like a larger issue, and the school needs to get involved then.
They said they told the school, and the school's not doing anything. So at that point, do you fight an autistic kid?
I always think you don't lead with violence. I think
unless someone shaves your entire head off.
Yeah, you just don't lead with violence, especially if someone has special needs. I just feel like that seems counterintuitive to me. But, you know, I mean, if someone punches you in the face, that's different.
Yeah.
Don't you think? If someone punches you in the face and you punch them back, that's different than, and I don't think that that's right, but it makes more sense to me than just straight up fighting someone because you don't like that they touch you.
Yeah, if someone is like, if this person is very, very autistic, I don't think you should fight them because they're probably touching you because they don't really understand what's going on.
Right. There's a disconnect.
There's a disconnect there, and it's not like
personal.
It's not a person personally picking on you if that's the case. And honestly, this is what I say. When things happen and people are like, the school won't get involved, you gotta, every once in a while, you gotta threaten people with a loud mouth. You have to go up to the school and go, you want me to start posting and telling everybody that you're allowing this to happen?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you go one step further. If you've already gone to a teacher, then do you go to a principal? Like, you get more people involved. But I think like the goal is obviously to leave violence out of it.
Yes, for sure.
I got mushroom nails. Can you see them? No.
Not really, but the colors are cute. Oh, yeah, I can see them. They are very cute.
Got mushroom nails. Okay.
Love them. Okay, so should we do our smoke a joint with?
Yes.
I'm worried about mine today. Let me do mine first because mine, I'm worried about it, and I feel like we're going to close off with yours because mine is a little offensive. If I could smoke a joint with anyone in history today on this episode of This Bitch, I would smoke a joint with Casey Anthony's lawyer. I need to know how to be that sneaky and conniving.
There's babies you're trying to drown or what?
I'm not trying to drown babies. I'm not trying to murder babies. I am trying to know how to fucking get past the system if I ever need it. It feels like important information to me.
Casey Anthony's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
That is dark.
I know.
I'd be high and be like, yeah. I mean, yeah, a powerful person to know.
Powerful person to know. Great lawyer, apparently. Good friend to have. And to be honest, I'm not saying I would smoke with Casey Anthony. I'm not trying to share an energy joint with her. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want my lips to touch the joint that her lips have touched.
I would show up to the smoke session with Casey Anthony's attorney with like a bundle of sage and like a huge crystal. Be like, okay, she might have some demons. But also be
saged for sure.
But also, like, do we even know if the lawyer is even that good, or if maybe the jury was like all white women that were like related to Casey? I don't know. Like, there's so many different things that go into a trial.
All her white aunts.
All her white aunties.
Not the whole jury being Anthony's.
Yeah,
Anthony
exactly.
Family. Yeah, I think that. Who's yours? Oh, we didn't do a theme.
You can go ahead, do it. Add it.
Gone in history with. Nice.
That was a puff puff pass edition. Okay. I'm going Phyllis Diller.
Good one.
Because I want to know what it's like to have 5 kids and do stand up and start stand up late in life.
What age did she start?
Phyllis Diller started, I think, in her 30s. After she already had 5 kids. It's like something insane.
Wow. Good for her. And she fucking did it. She really did it. 5 kids. Her husband must have not done shit. He must have been at home.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I want to find out. How do you have 5 kids? Let's see if I can find about her life. Personal life. Career.
5 kids. Jesus.
Maybe I can just Google when did Phyllis Diller start stand up. But yeah. Because don't you want to know how that works?
Yeah, I want to know how that works. She was married twice. from 1965 to 1975, so for 10 years, and then from 39 to 65 with her last husband. So, wait, this don't make sense.
What?
She was with them both at the same time, 65 to 70.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. That's her last husband. Okay, she was married and divorced twice. She had 6 children, actually.
She had 6 children.
She was born in 1917 in Ohio. She died at age 95 in Brentwood, California. She
Brentwood.
had 6 children. 6. That's crazy.
How do you do? Like, was she a present mom? How could she be?
She was also one of the first celebrities to openly champion plastic surgery, for which she was recognized by the cosmetic surgery industry, which I think is pretty real. Because it's still a huge problem today, women lying about getting getting surgery. And she was in A Bug's Life, which was one of my favorite movies.
She was in A Bug's Life?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Okay, wait. So
Diller's the queen. Did you know that she was the queen bee in A Bug's Life?
I didn't know that.
I love that.
Okay, she was an only child of late-in-life parents. She grew up surrounded by aging relatives about whom she later joked, "I'm from such an old family, it's been condemned." As a child, she discovered that she could make people laugh. Wait, hold on, blah, 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 blah. Diller's first husband, Sherwood Diller, the father of her 6 children, persuaded her to pursue a career as a stand-up. That's supportive.
She also outlived 2 of her children.
What?
Yep.
She launched her life in stand-up comedy in 1955. So if she was born in 1917 and started stand-up in 1955, how old was she?
I don't know. Old as
1955 minus 1917. She started stand-up at 38 years old with 6 children. Of course, she was an advocate for plastic surgery, honey. You try aging in Hollywood.
Wow.
But like, yeah, I just wanted to talk to her, right? Because that's like a powerful. That's like a powerful woman.
It's a great one. I think that's amazing.
You can get high with her, talk about plastic surgery, ask her, like, does she hit her?
Ask her who her doctor was.
Yeah.
If he's still working. She's like, my doctor was Dr. Seuss. That's how old I am. All right. I think that's our episode, dude.
Yeah, that's our episode. Great. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of This Bitch. We'll see you next Monday. Hopefully in person. I think it's going to be in person. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Subscribe. New episodes every Monday. Make sure to check out my podcast, Shenk, SHENK. New episodes of that every Wednesday on all streaming platforms. And follow me at Princess Shenk on Instagram and Twitter. And then I think January 19th, we're both going to be at Westside Comedy Theater. So come out. See us.
Yes, we are. And you guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on Twitch. I have a PC. I am streaming now. It's going to be so fun. If you have Amazon Prime, you could subscribe to my channel for absolutely free. It costs nothing. So it's twitch.tv/QueenKong1. That's CONG1. And check out my other podcast with Alex Scarlato called Broad Topix, TOPIX. And you can find that anywhere you find podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Stitcher, anywhere you find those. And thanks again, you guys, for supporting our podcast. We love you. Make sure you leave a little note in the comments for us. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, review, all the good stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.